For over a century, the sands of Egypt kept their secrets. Not since Howard Carter uncovered Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 had a pharaoh's burial site been found, until now. Who was this forgotten monarch? And how could his very existence have vanished from history? Archaeologists have unearthed the lost tomb of an ancient Egyptian ruler from a long-forgotten dynasty, a pharaoh so obscure that even his name has faded from record. This groundbreaking discovery is the first of its kind in generations. Under the blazing desert sun in Abydos, Egypt, researchers painstakingly excavated what appeared to be the entrance of a previously unknown tomb, one that had remained hidden beneath the sands for thousands of years. In early 2025, the international team was stunned to reveal a massive 3,600-year-old burial chamber buried nearly 23 feet underground. The site, a rocky outcrop known as Anubis Mountain near the ancient city of Abydos, had long been revered as sacred ground, believed by legend to be the burial place of Osiris, lord of the underworld. Few imagined that a royal tomb of this scale could still lie undiscovered here in modern times. But as the team cleared away centuries of sediment, a carved entrance came into view. Its doorway was etched with worn hieroglyphs and flanked by faded images of ancient guardians, still standing watch after thousands of years. Inside, they uncovered a series of chambers topped with soaring 16-foot-high mudbrick vaults, an astonishing feat of ancient engineering that had endured more than 3 millennia. This was undoubtedly a monumental tomb, and its location and preservation hinted at something extraordinary. Many experts had long assumed that Abydos had already given up all of its royal secrets. But this find proved them wrong. With hearts racing, the team descended into the darkness. They clambered down the shaft and entered a sealed passageway untouched since antiquity. Their flashlights scanned across walls that hadn't seen light in over 3,000 years. And deep within, they found undeniable evidence. This was a pharaoh's final resting place. Part of the chamber's ceiling remained miraculously intact, painted a deep midnight blue and scattered with golden stars, a celestial motif reserved solely for the tombs of kings. The sight left even the most seasoned archaeologists visibly moved. One field director later admitted that upon emerging from the tomb, he broke down in tears, overwhelmed by the gravity of their discovery. Dr. Yusuf Wegner, the lead archaeologist, remarked that they had uncovered a royal tomb whose very existence had been unknown, compelling evidence of what he called a long-lost dynasty buried beneath the desert sands. It's not every day that history rewrites itself with the discovery of a single tomb. But despite its grandeur, the site was marked by an unsettling void. Inside the burial chamber, there was no mummy, no treasure, not even a name. The remains of the pharaoh and his burial goods had vanished completely. The hieroglyphs that once boldly declared his identity had been gouged from the stone doorway, leaving behind smooth, empty surfaces where royal cartouches should have stood. Archaeologists could only lament the likely culprits: ancient tomb robbers who desecrated the site thousands of years ago. They weren't exactly thoughtful, one archaeologist remarked wryly, noting how little evidence had survived the plunder. Still, the tomb's elaborate design left no doubt it had once housed a king. Its richness made it a prime target for looters in ancient times. Experts believe this forgotten ruler likely reigned around 1600 BCE, during Egypt's chaotic Second Intermediate Period, when the kingdom was fragmented among several rival dynasties, possibly as many as 4 pharaohs reigning simultaneously. Even in death, a king's eternal rest could be shattered, his legacy scattered by the winds and buried by time. Yet hope remains for uncovering the identity of this enigmatic monarch. Archaeologists are now expanding their excavation beyond the tomb itself, searching the surrounding sands for overlooked fragments. There's still enormous potential in the area, one researcher commented. It's possible that a shard of a stone vessel, or a discarded canopic jar bearing his name, still lies buried nearby, waiting to be found. Even the smallest discovery could blow this royal mystery wide open. Just a few broken objects might reveal the pharaoh's true identity. In past excavations, inscribed fragments of alabaster jars have uncovered names like Thutmose II and Queen Hatshepsut, tiny traces that confirmed their tombs. If a similar shard lies hidden here in Abydos, it could finally unveil the name behind this silent tomb. There's also a tantalizing possibility that this pharaoh's story isn't finished. Some experts believe that after the desecration, ancient priests or royal descendants may have retrieved the mummy and salvaged treasures. then reburied them in a hidden chamber to protect them from further plunder. In our mind's eye, we can imagine the aftermath. Loyal attendants or grieving relatives returning under moonlight to the violated tomb, determined to rescue their fallen ruler's soul. Perhaps they carefully gathered his mummified body and the remaining sacred relics, vanishing into the desert to lay him to rest in a secret cache far from prying eyes. In fact, the archaeological team has uncovered subtle clues, hints that a second tomb or hidden chamber might exist nearby, still buried under centuries of sand. If such a find is made, this tragedy of a plundered grave could be rewritten into an archaeological victory, rescuing the legacy thieves tried to erase. For Egyptologists and history lovers alike, the implications are massive. Even without gleaming treasures, this empty tomb is a treasure in itself, a doorway into a forgotten era. Every chipped relic, every faint carving adds a new thread to the tapestry of Egypt's hidden dynasties. Just a decade ago, no scholar even suspected this royal line existed. Now, we have physical evidence of multiple unknown kings who once ruled during one of Egypt's darkest and most divided eras. Monarchs who lived and died in obscurity, erased by both conflict and time. And with two royal tombs discovered in such rapid succession after so many years of silence, archaeologists are daring to hope. Might there be more? Might the desert, long thought to be exhausted, still protect ancient wonders yet to be revealed? As the dust settles on this find, one thing is clear: Egypt still holds mysteries capable of shaking the historical record. The lost tomb of this forgotten pharaoh is proof that even in the 21st century, the sands can still speak. And now, a new rumor stirs. Beneath a ruined temple, researchers may have found a tunnel, one that could lead straight to the most legendary tomb of all, Cleopatra's.